What's cracking, y'all? Welcome to Boo TV. Thanks for stepping in. Big shout out to Bridget Hockney again with the $20 Cash App donation. I appreciate you. And also big shout out to Bridget as well. Happy belated birthday. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great birthday and a great birthday month, not just the weekend. So as always, appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Much love. So there's not a whole lot to say about Game 6. That was a utter blowout, a complete demolition derby by the Indiana Pacers. They pretty much outplayed OKC in every aspect of the game that you can imagine. I'm not even going to look at the box score. Nobody on OKC showed up. It was abysmal on both ends of the floor. Nobody showed up. And everybody showed up for Indiana on both ends of the floor. It was a true collective effort by the Indiana Pacers and a complete no-show by OKC. In fact, in the beginning of the game, when OKC stepped out, to a little, 8-point lead, whatever it was, and Chet looked like he might have been getting it going, I was like, is this going to be a Chet Holmgren game? Nope, absolutely not. And shout out to Indiana, because after halftime, both teams came out shooting bricks. Nobody could score the basketball in the beginning of the third. And then slowly, OKC started to chip into that huge lead. And next thing you know, it's only an 18-point lead when it was like damn near 30 or at 30 at some point. And I was like, oh my God, are these guys really going to let these guys slowly chip this lead away? Nope. Once they got it to 18, Indiana made a push, got that joker back up to like 27, 28, and the rest was history. Haliburton played okay. And the two best players in the game, again, were Pascal Siakam and TJ McConnell off the bench. I would say he stuffed the stat sheet without looking at it. He had a decent amount of points. I saw him in there getting rebounds, getting assists, getting steals. Like I said, I'm not looking at the box score. That was a blowout. But I know TJ McConnell probably had something like, 15, 5 and 5 or something along those lines. And Obi Toppin came in hitting buckets. He was probably the third best player, or arguably the second best player in the game. Obi Toppin. Like, collectively, the Indiana Pacers just shut those fools down. They came out at home, handled business. The crowd gave them the energy, and they fed off that energy. And it was they routed them. It was a complete routing. Complete. There's nothing else to say about this game. Nothing else to take away. We move on to Game 7. Every NBA fan's dream, right? NBA Finals Game 7. I was going to do two videos, one about a recap of this game and then one about my Game 7 analysis. But since that's all I have to say about that demolition, I'm just going to lump them together. So let's just move on to Game 7. We're moving on from that. And I'm sure OKC at this point is just like, let's throw that away and worry about Game 7. Okay. Game 7, baby. Anything goes. I think one of two things are going to happen, and I think there's no in between. I believe OKC is going to blow them out in Game 7, or it is going to be a very close game down the stretch, and it's a coin flip who wins. Now, I picked OKC, and 6, obviously, that's out the window. So, I'm still sticking with my OKC pick, OKC in 7. But like I said, either it's going to go down to the wire. Who knows? Probably lean towards OKC, or OKC is going to blow them out. There is no way the Indiana Pacers are coming into OKC's arena and blowing them out in Game 7. They're going to barely win. If Indiana wins, it's going to be by a possession or two. I promise you that. Now, here's the thing for the Indiana Pacers. I expect OKC to come out more or less how Indiana came out in Game 6. I expect their defense to be better. I expect their offense to be way better. And I expect all those bench players that don't show up on the road, I expect those bench players to show up at home. I expect all those three-point shots that we're bricking to go in. I expect there to be less turnovers. I expect there to be better ball movement. And I expect Shea and I expect Williams to be the players that I know they are. So what Indiana's going to have to do is be ready to match that Everything Indiana did in Game 6, they're going to have to bring that same exact mojo, that same exact energy, that same exact execution. They're going to have to bring all that in Game 7 to meet the fire that OKC is going to bring at home, energized by their crowd. Otherwise, it's not going to be good for Indiana. They will get routed the way they routed OKC in Game 6. The execution has to be there, and the bench players have to show up in Game 7 for Indiana if they want a chance. When you get the open shot, they are going to have to hit their open shots, hit their threes. Because like I said, OKC's defense is going to be back to what we're used to seeing them play defense like. And with that being said, you're not going to get a whole lot of easy looks. So when you get those opportunities, people need to flush them, and they need to go in. Siakam is going to have to continue to be aggressive, both ends of the floor and crashing the boards. Haliburton is just going to have to fill the game out like he usually does. Make the right basketball play. TJ McConnell's going to have to do that TJ McConnell magic stuff that we've been seeing this series. They're going to need more of that, TJ. More of that. More scoring, more aggressiveness, more feistiness, playing defense the length of the court, disrupting, agitating, all that stuff. They're going to need that from TJ. Topping all those guys. Nembhard, they have to be ready to hit shots and be aggressive. And they have to continue to crash the boards. Miles Turner, you're going to have to continue to lock down Chet. You can't let Chet get easy shots, and you have to continue to battle in there with the rebounding. The rebounding still has to be a collective effort. Get as many possessions as you can. Keep possessions alive. Tip rebounds out if you got to. Whatever. You got to make the most of your possessions with OKC, is what I'm saying. I expect the coaching to be on point from both coaches. I don't know how to pronounce the name of OKC's coach, but him and Carlisle, all right, they're going to be on a spot as well. Substitutions, execution, timeouts, running plays, these kinds of things. Knowing when to take timeouts appropriately, stop the momentum, things like that. Gather your guys. This all stuff is going to be under a microscope. All of it. I hate seeing basketball games determined in the final moments by a lack of coaching or poor coaching decisions and execution. Those hurt me the most. I'd rather the players not execute. You know, the coach made the right call. Now, you give the players a chance to make it happen. Yeah, I hate when it's the other round. The coaches not giving the players the opportunity to make things happen and execute. So, if it's going to fall apart, I'd rather it fall apart on the players' behalf. I am so ready for this Game 7. I'm so ready for this. Is Game 7, is this Sunday night? Which means it will be Monday morning for me. Which means I'll be at work. Oh, no. Oh, wait a second. When is Game 7? Oh, man. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I'm going to be at work. I'm going to miss most of the game. I wanted to do a live stream for Game 7. Everybody come in the chat if you want to. Chop it up. Watch the game. I couldn't put it on. I couldn't put the actual game on the live stream because YouTube will block the stream and kill the video. So I'd at least let the audio play and just, watch it and not share it with you guys, but still be chatting it up. But that's not going to happen because I got to work. So, golly, really? Game 7? Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That sucks. Guess I'll just have to watch it on DVR when I get back. Stay off social media. Stay off anything. Nobody text me. I won't even try. I'm just going to have to turn my phone off. I'll have to turn my phone off. It was going to have to happen. That's crazy. Golly, really? I don't want Game 7? Oh, boy. All right. Folks, that's all I got to say about it. This is a short one. I got some collard greens cooking. They might be burning at this point. So, yeah, chime in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Game 7. I hope nobody else has to work. Again, Bridget Hockney, I appreciate you and happy birthday. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. Catch you on the next one. We out, baby.